Hi everyone, I'm Gustavo Batista, 3 times black belt world champion, and I'm here in Korea for the first time. And yeah, I'm really excited to be here.
With some guard, okay? So
So I started training when I was 15, almost 16 years old. It was in 2012. I started training because of my brother, my old brother. He already trained at the time, and I saw he train, like he used to bring me to the academy to watch him training, and I got really excited to start training, I saw he competing, and then I started watching like MMA, UFC fights too, and then I got really interested to start training. And when I was almost 16 years old, I started training. Since the beginning, I already started like really into, like training like 2, 3 times a day, like since I was a white belt, yeah.
close here.
So I think since the beginning I really focus on like my goal was to be a black belt world champion, and I was always focused to improve to get in a level of a high level black belt. And also since I was like blue belt, I was working to improve, not just like focus on the belt that I was, but focus on get improvement to the black belt division, and I was always focused on improve my technique, really pay attention in what I need to do better and what I need to improve, like to have a solid game, of like on bottom and on top. So yeah, I think I put a lot of work to improve my technique in my game, and I could improve this like really fast, really quick, because I started training in 2012, and when I was end of 2017, I got my black belt. So it was like less than 6 years, like 5 years and a half, and I got my black belt. And then my first year as a black belt, 2018, I could like close out Panams and Worlds, a teammate. So I even on the first year I had good results. I would say that like I always like pay attention to work my game like defensive and offensive game, like even on battle, like in on top too. Like if I'm on bottom, I always look at to improve like how I control when I play guard and how I sweep too, and on top the same thing, how I manage to not don't get swept and how I'm gonna pass the guard too. So I always think like that, like like not just in the attacks, but how I'm gonna control, how I'm gonna avoid be swept or have my guard passing, and then how I'm gonna attack, how I'm gonna sweep, how I'm gonna pass. So always like on bottom and on top, I have this on my mind, to improve. And with that, like I always work to improve on both too. Like I always work, I feel good on top, but I always push myself to improve on bottom too, like to play a lot of guard, so I could improve my game like with a complete game, balance like play on bottom and play on top. So this could help me. And I had the opportunity to train with Leandro Lo too. So I think I really learned with him the balance and like to float on top of the person and don't get swept. I think these I learned a lot from him too. Since the beginning, I used to do more sparring, more rounds. Like not much technique. Like on the blue belt, I did a lot of techniques, but in the purple belt, I started like more sparring, like doing like Leandro used to do. Like. And I felt that we used to do a lot of rounds, so this makes improve a lot, like because I can work in a lot of scenarios during the sparring, during the rounds, you know, and I always try to balance, like to play like on bottom and on top, not just in one scenario, you know, like even if I prefer to be on top, like I used to force myself to play on bottom too, you know, so I could like improve on both. And yeah, I think like sparring and pay attention in what you need to improve, you can improve a lot, you know, like not just like hard training, but pay attention on the mistakes and what you need to do better for the next training.
Different position, man.
So when I was blue belt, 18 years old. After 2 years of training jiu-jitsu, I moved to São Paulo to train like in Cicero Costa Academy. So there I met Leandro, and after like a few months we got friends, you know, we got trained together to go out together, you know, like parties and everything. And then we got really good friends. Got a moment that we leave Cicero Costa to build Brotherhood, you know, and then we start Brotherhood. He means a lot to me. Like he was like very special person in my life, I would say. Like a big friend. Like we used to spend a lot of time together, you know, training, like eating, go around, you know, like go out and talk a lot about jiu-jitsu, you know, about like techniques, fights, matches, you know, like and mentality too, the way that he thinks. And yeah, well, we used to have a really good time, you know, talk about jiu-jitsu and all the mentality that we have behind the mats, you know, and the training. So I moved to Atos on 2018 when I was a black belt already. Like this was 7 years ago. It's been a really good experience, you know, train with him. Like at Atos in San Diego, we have a really good training, like really good high-level athletes, and train under Professor Galvão. It's really good, you know, like he's really a leader, you know, like he push everybody in the training, and he has a huge experience in the sport. So yeah, I could learn a lot from him. I would describe like a really high-level team, right? Like with many tough guys, high-level guys, like even in gi jiu-jitsu and no gi as well. So we have both athletes, you know, like we are working both ways. So it's really like high-level, hard training, and yeah, it's a really good team. I would say like in the beginning, I used to train a lot with Kaina and Lucas Barbosa, you know, so they used to be my like toughest training partner. And after a while, they started doing more no gi. And as I'm continuing the gi, so we could not train much because they was preparing more to no gi competition. And I started training a few years ago a lot with Andy. So Andy started be my best training partner, you know, like he improved a lot in the last couple of years. We used to train a lot, you know, like every day. And yeah, I think he's the toughest training, yeah, right now. I would say like the toughest match was against Leandro too. Like of course because the match was always super hard, like super competitive, but was hard for me to face him, you know, like to compete against him because we used to train together, be friends, you know, like and was not a match that I was looking for, you know, and unfortunately we had to face each other, so was hard, you know, like mentally, and also in the match because it was always very close match. But yeah, I think even like I didn't want this match with him, but like make me a better athlete, a better competitor, because was not easy the situation. So this make me build me for everything. You know, I think after that I can face everyone, and I'm good. I'm ready. You know. My my goal is to like be one of the best like ever. Like definitely, I look forward to be one of the best on my division, like as well. You know, be as many times as I can world champion, and yeah, let's see how it's gonna be. Yes, I want to start compete more as no-gi. Definitely it's something that I want to do, you know, and I hopefully this year I can compete. No-gi. Yeah. Oh, I just want to say like thank you for everybody. I really appreciate the love, you know, the support that you guys are giving me. Like always when I meet someone from Korea, it's always a good time. People like demonstrate a lot of appreciate for me, and I'm really happy with this and really grateful too.